Hi everyone, how you doing? Good morning. I hope you're having positive, happy days, right? That's a good thing for everyone in any country. And hopefully we will have a better humanity. We will build. United, we will build a better humanity. So here we are with some updates. And I will say a few words about myself, so in case you want to know. And afterwards, we are going to make a very short documentary about our lives, me and my husband's life. And, but for now, let's say a few words about myself. So here we are, all right? And so you can have an idea and how this work started. I'm a teacher. In few words, I'm a teacher, and I started the peace program in 2000. When we perform a beautiful event at a botanical garden in Brazil with rural area students. I have volunteer work I did on that time. So here you're gonna know a little bit about my life. So let's start, and it's a gift to have your participation. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to our channel, and so this way we can have more people knowing about this program, share at schools, at your local community with family, friends, co-workers, neighbors, right? And your city, your state, people, your governor, your president of your country, right? And also with other countries, okay? So let's share this beautiful work for us to have a better humanity, with families united, better practices, for us to be happy, but also with better practices for our planet. No landfills, we don't need, all this. Some people have atomic bombs, atomic trash, right, from researchers and things. But the thing is, we cannot have a third world war, because in this case not many people will survive, right? So what we have to do, we have to build a better humanity. We have to work united with every country. We have to have families united. We need to have people happy, right, with beautiful festivals. We have to honor and celebrate God and nature. Because, so far, look at the human being, that God created, right? With nature, right? Combined, the human brain, the human cells. We humans, we can see, we can walk, we have hands, we have feelings. We are so smart. But we have to use all these things for good and positive things and be connected to God, be connected to nature. Which God is that? Which nature is that? God, the superior force, done. No, it's not a God of this religion, that religion, that religion. It's God, because only God can make a nature, can make a human being, right? Can make a human being. Only God and nature made a man and a woman, right? So if you think about that, instead of having so many different religions, let's have one religion. One religion. Very simple, the religion of peace and love, with outside meetings at our own residential communities. You don't have to get a car, go far away to have a meeting, to listen to other people. And sometimes many religions, many people, the church leaders get money from people. They work, get money from them, and keep telling them things that are not true. Gonna tell them, oh, if you help a church, you're gonna have your space in heaven. It's true, this happens. Or have monks, alone, without a proper family, without marrying. Or have nuns for other religion, right? In helping, working. Also, without husbands, without children. So, my friends, I have one religion, but with families united. It's a man and a woman, they get married, they start a family. So that's just the very basic of all. Have families united, right? So that's our main objective. For us to be happy, for us to plant food, for us to plant fruits at our own lands. For us to have a sustainable, positive planet and a sustainable and positive humanity with people healthy without having liars telling them, oh, you have cancer, you need chemotherapy, things like that. We don't need that. Because honest doctors will say the opposite. Eat garlic, eat turmeric, eat lemon every day, and don't eat for an hour or so. You're going to have an alkaline body. Eat ginger every day, everything fresh, plant those things at your own lands. Honest doctors, that's what they would say. Honest dentists, what they're going to say? Don't eat sugar, don't eat gums, don't eat candies. Don't eat refined food. Take sun. You're going to have strong calcium. Eat sesame seed. Eat tahini. That's what they would tell their clients. Instead of, look, we can remodel your entire mouth, gonna be, $500,000 or even more, depend the country you live, right? The state you live, United States, right? Some people remodel their entire mouth, right? So my friends, happy people, they have healthy bones, healthy and happy people without stress, right? They are healthy. They don't have stress, they don't have depression, they don't want to kill themselves. They're happy, they have a family, they have a father, mother. So all these teens that have problems, children are depressed nowadays because they're not happy. They're inside classrooms, they don't play outside, they don't have fun they don't have the security because they don't even have a proper father and mother. Maybe they have one, sometimes they have the other. So my friends, this work is really beautiful, so let's work united. Let's start with your family, your friends, right? And let's do the best you can each day for us to build this better humanity. The name of our organization is the Peace and Love Organization, international organization. Why? Because this work is for all countries. And countries that do not want to cooperate, well, the only solution, my friends, is to talk to them, inspire them, invite them. So some countries don't have water, some countries don't have electricity, some countries don't have education. Some some groups of people, communities, right? As I said, some natives, they live in the middle of nowhere. They have no idea of our planet, right? As I said, some people, they're trapped in other countries from chips in their ears, right? They're trapped. Who knows who put their chips on them, who are tracking them? They don't know. They follow instructions that are connected to their cell phone, or cameras they have all over, but they don't know. Sometimes we don't know, right? If they're from China, if they are from CIA, if they are from FBI, or if they are from Germany or from Russia, they don't know. But my friends, united, we can end all those things. Because united, we can do it. So how we will do that? The first step is to have families united. It's a man and a woman officially married. That's the first thing. The second thing is for us to have our parents living with us, or parents-in-law. Talk to the siblings, that should be married as well, and see who can have this, who can have that. If you are going to stay at your city to help clean up, or if you're going to desert village, because we have to cover those deserts, right? We need a better climate at our planet. We have to cover those deserts of all continents. If you look in a map, Google, you're gonna see all continents. We have all those deserts. We need to cover them with proper trees and supporting plants, supporting bushes. Okay, we have to do that, united. Okay, every family of this planet. So you can choose the first 10 years or the second 10 years. So people with young children, they have to wait 2 years, because then we're already going to establish these desert villages, right? They're going to have everything already organized. They're going to plant their own food. They're going to have greenhouses, right? And to have the climate, because some deserts are too hot and too cold, right? Because they don't have any plants, trees, and some of them have some areas here and there. So some deserts, these huge deserts, like even for the United States, for Asia, we have some deserts that have very different biomes. So how are we gonna take care? Which trees we're gonna plant at those different biomes? How are we gonna do it? Which supporting plants we're gonna have for every different biome we have? Okay, all right. So basically, it's for us to have a better humanity, with families united and happy, and with everything they need: water, food, shelter, good health, peace and love, and education. Good schools, happy schools, learning about everything that's good, instead of spending time learning sad things. A little bit of the past, of the history, of course, this is important, but not too much, not testing about wars, about Holocaust, about so many negative things. More like information. They will know, they will see pictures, they will see some videos of what we had before in history. Okay, but not for them to get crazy learning about those things. We will focus on the positive things. We will focus on how we can have beautiful, special communities, be happy with each other, because everything's in our hands. Every single day we have choices. Some people, as I said, some people have the gift of having beautiful farms with lots of fruits and vegetables. We can, share this. We can share those good things we have. Some other people, they have money. Okay, so let's build homes for everyone. Apartments, not mansions for some, and slums or refugee camps for others. You understand? So let's have apartments. The most sustainable are apartments, okay? Apartment buildings, up to 4 floors. That's the most sustainable for all countries, okay? So that's what we're gonna have. That's what we're gonna do. The other thing, it's how we are going to share. Some people are smart. They know about the planet. They know about science. They know about math. They can teach others. Some other people, they have housing available. They own many homes, right? And some countries can give citizenship and share different races, different ethnicities, right? We're going to call only the 4 main races, instead of going through these details and things. Some people that have more genetics of the father, more genetics of the mother. So we don't need all that, right? What we need is to have good practices, good rules and guidelines, okay? Some people know how to do deep water wells. Some people know about the natives that can be planted at these desert lands, semi-arid and desert lands, right? So my friends, let's share the gift every person does have in our planet. Even children, because when they come home happy from the school, that's a gift, right? The parents say, wow, thanks God, I have happy children. When they have also good grades at school, oh, thanks God, I have children that are able to learn. Okay, so all those simple things are gift for us parents, right? Okay. And some teachers, they know how to offer classes outside. The world of education so far is the best education that we are having as our base, and going to be much better, because the children in world of education, children play outside, they have fun, they have proper recess, they are happy, they sing, they join choirs, they learn instruments, they plant food, they learn about building houses. you know. And it's not everything about video games and computers. They have just a little bit of computers at high schools. So the world of education is a base for the Peace and Love International Organization. All the idea is to have that schools that we are building at all countries. And everyone have the gift of planting food, harvesting their own organic food, and eat right there, instead of having processed fast food that make them sick, full of sugar and fat, processed fat, that's even worse, right? So we can do it. United, we can do it. So how are we going to start that? In a few words, if that's your first or second video, one of the first few ones, we're going to clean up our homes, our work area, right? Clean up of things that we don't need. We don't need video games. We don't need plastic toys all over. We don't. You know, some people have bad videos, bad books, bad newspaper. They don't get anything from it. And they sign up for magazines, they sign up for the memberships of this, membership for that. They don't even use. Or they use and they still not happy. Because they don't have the most important thing that for us, it's the families united. They're alone. They are young or they're old, but they still alone. They live alone. They have mansions, they're alone. Right? They're alone. Or they're in drugs. Or they have teens that don't even talk to them. Or they have parents or grandparents, they don't even talk to them. They have their own lives. They don't talk, they don't meet. If they talk, it's over the phone, but they don't meet. Or they're far away, they're in other states, they're in other countries. Or they travel so much, think that is the best thing they can have in life, but it's not. They're not happy. They're not happy. You know, some of them have the wife purchasing things and having new clothes all the time, but they don't spend time together. Or the other way around. You know, the man goes and buy this and you know, meet women and things and have another woman, and they're not even married. So my friends, let's start with the basic. The basic is not to have gays and lesbians or transgender and everything else people talk about and fight for. You know, no, that is all wrong. People that even can have, you know, gays or lesbians that married and or not, and they have the right to purchase a baby. My friends, this is wrong. This is wrong. We need a bad humanity. We've got practices, not evil practices, because this is not good, not positive for anyone to raise in such environment. We need one man, one woman with their children. Right? Right now, for these first few months, people can adopt to close down orphanages. That is okay. We are closing down orphanages. We are closing down assisting living for elders. We need the elders living with us, and we're going to make them happy. We are going to make them healthy. We are going to make them walk. We are going to give organic food to them. They're going to live with us. That's the most important basic thing. And we're going to close down foster homes. We are going to close down orphanages. People that were really abused sexually, they are going to have a family, another family in another county, you know, another city, for them to renew life. Okay, at their own countries where they already are, so they have an idea where they are, they already learn a little bit where they are. But then we're gonna close down those doors. People from foster homes that they came from sexually abused families. Those things happen with their cousins, their parents, or whichever it is. So they're gonna have another family to adopt them. Done. But everybody else, if they were emotionally abused or not, if they were physically abused or not, they have to forgive. And someone from that same family can adopt them. You know, the whichever is the most established person that is already married, officially married. Yes, they need to, everyone to be adopted, they need to go to families that are already established. It's one man as they were born, one woman as they were born, right? Okay, that's what we're gonna do. That's the only way we are going to have a bad humanity. So we give them all to adopt, this way I just said. So if they were sexually abused, they have another family completely different in another city, 50, 100 kilometers away from that place where they suffer. And everyone else in foster home or orphanages of all countries will be adopted by their own family members. Okay? By their own family members. As I said, can be an uncle, can be an aunt, can be grandparents, right? From one or the other side. All right? By their own family, because they will have a base instead of going to other families they don't know. All right, they have a base. If everyone is dead, then it's different. Of course, they can be adopted by another family. If everyone is dead, they really don't have any uncle married, any aunt married, or any grandparents. All right, but if they are good people, they're good people. Okay, quickly they marry, they establish, and adopt them. But then we're going to close down every foster home and every orphanage because we have to work the other way around. We have to teach parents how to be parents. We have to teach parents how to be happy. And we are teaching all of you parents right here. I'm a parent. I'm a mother. Tomorrow my oldest son gonna be 19 years old. That's Griffin. And Salo, just turned, now in April, he turned 13 years old. I'm a mother and I'm a teacher since I'm 15 years old. So we are guiding people how to be good teachers, how to be good parents. That's what we're doing here. And that's how we are doing. Instead of being home every week, and some parents, they stay their cell phone, they stay their own, watch their own TV programs, children stay on their video games, they watch their own TV programs, right? Wrong, all wrong. Weekends, Saturdays, we are going to plant our food because that's the base, the most basic thing after water is food, right? We need food at our own communities. So Saturday, a half day we're going to plant food, and the other half day, 1 hour, we clean the house. Because if people have children, teens, and elders living with them, in 1 hour, 2 hours for laundry and cleaning, done. And they have the whole other part of the Saturday to relax, to organize, or to work at restaurants going to be open, or fun sites, that's going to be open. Or they go, they relax, or they go to the beach. If they have that few hours of the other half of the day, right? And Sunday it's mandatory for people to go out and have some fun together, right? Many people don't give value to their own city, but they have beautiful city parks. They have beautiful county parks. They have fun places that sometimes they pay just a little bit. They don't have to go to expensive places, right? They can talk to those business owners to put the price down. They can go hiking a little bit. No, they don't need to go far away, other states, other countries to have fun with their own family. We don't need that. We can have fun right there. If people have a water hose, sprinkle water on the kids, laugh. You can sing, go swim at the pool close by. They're very simple things. Some people can have right there at their backyards, let's say, right? Okay, talk to them. Have fun with them. Make positive games, jokes, right? But not jokes that will be laughing of people getting hurt. No, because some people, that's how they're raised. They laugh. Somebody fart, they laugh. Somebody got hurt, they laugh. That is wrong. We have to be smarter than that, because God and nature gave us this beautiful brain human beings do have, right? And how we're gonna do it? We have those brains, so let's create jokes that are funny, but with positive things. There are many people that know how to do that, so we need to share those things. Think on how we make people laugh. Start with our own family, right? Our own family. And with very simple things that we can make right there. If you need ideas, go to your local library, get those little books with those jokes and select which ones are positive, and start doing those simple jokes with people, and that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna sing everywhere. We're gonna have choirs, but not only choirs with only females or only males, no. Choirs with families. At the residential community, it's gonna be choirs with families. And at school, it's gonna be choirs with boys and girls. And when they're 15 years old, they need a boyfriend or a girlfriend according to the sex they were born with, God and nature gave to them. And not trying to think, oh, I'm not this, I don't feel like I'm that, I'm born this way. But no, don't even give them, not even let them talk about those things, not at home and not at schools. We are what we are as we were born, and we have to honor that, we have to honor that. And grow up like that, because yes, we humans are very adaptable. We humans can really change. Some people change in a day. Some people change in a few hours. They see, documentaries of how people live in other countries. They change right there. The documentary is over. They do something about it, right? Some people, to help them, to help refugees, to help people in slums, to help people in the middle of, they live in cold zones. That is unbelievable. They don't even know how it is to grow food. Everything comes packed. Or, like in Alaska or other countries, they eat fish, they eat mammals, ocean life. They eat that and they are fat, they're unhealthy. They don't see the sun sometimes for months. It's unbelievable. They see they have these tiny days, done. Tiny days, done. So we can't have those communities, those people anymore. It's so unhealthy. They have those dogs to bring them to the village so they can buy a little something that's very expensive and bring the hunt to this village so they can have little money. It's all not sustainable, not positive. We have to close down all the cold regions, all this cold and freezing regions and communities and cities. Close down, please. Talk to the government, send the presidents of those countries, even Alaska, that's part of the United States. Stop missions on those countries. Stop have based, some countries, many actually, they purchase land in Brazil, in forests to have the rights for these trees and that trees and find pharmaceutical things, right? Because if they need, they're already gonna have, they patent the plant, they send people to live with natives to learn things, and then, they're all spies in reality, so they're gonna bring those plants back to their country and see, okay, so how much you got? Oh, I learned about 10, 20, 100, 2,000, plants, and we're gonna make those pharmaceutical medications to fight cancer, to fight this, to fight that. All wrong. All wrong. Do you know why? Because that is all fake. Real healthy people, my friends, it's not based on pharmaceutical medication. is not based on pharmaceutical labs. You know, our real life and real health are right here in our backyards with real food, organic food. Right now, to start, maybe we use synthetic, fertilizers just to help, but many places don't need that anymore because they have mulch, they have compost, they have abundance of other things, like fruits and veggies to make that bacterial things to grow. So my friends, I tell you, we don't need people to purchase land in other countries like they do in Brazil. We don't even know if it's China, Russia, or England, or Germany, or United States. We don't even know, or Cuba purchase land in other countries, that have abundance of trees, abundance of plants. For what? Or purchase land to make a base, an army base. They have everything there. Nobody even knows. My friends, we have to stop that. Because it makes no sense. Everything is fake. We cannot have a third world war anyways. We can't, because then everybody's going to be dead. That's why we don't have a third world war for all countries, right? Or for a few of them, because, everyone's going to be dead, right? Because people have those weapons, atomic bombs, and they know that the consequence of that is failure for hundreds and thousands of years, right? We know that. The genetics of people born in the area gonna have consequences, even that they build buildings. What happened with Hiroshima and Nagasaki? What happened? They build everything, look like beautiful, but in reality we know it takes decades and decades, centuries and centuries for all this atomic trash to really go away. Because even that they put on these enclosures and these things and that, we know that things pass. Atomic weapons, atomic trash, they all very bad. It's not good for anyone. We have to figure out how we're gonna do it, because that's the only way. And they leach things into aquifers and people drink that water. And it doesn't help, for you to do all these filters that cost $400, $500. We got the filter that filters everything because they produce trash. And then we're going to need landfills again. So this work of the Peace and Love International Organization, it's for us to check every little thing, from atomic weapons, atomic bombs, atomic lands, atomic research based, right? And atomic trash. Because some countries, they have the enclosure and everything, and some they don't. Or some, they send trash to the ocean and then people don't even know. My friends, we have to be better. We have to think about all these details, how we are going to end, for example, landfills. Landfills, that's how we're gonna do it. Landfills, we're gonna incinerate and separate everything, keep incinerate and separate and incinerate and put in areas we won't live. That is in the center of continents. We already have videos. Those videos in May is just a quick recap for the most basic items of our organization, because we have more than 500 videos, right? And some are quite long. Many are 2.5 hours, 2:20, 2 hours, 1 hour, okay? Very few are short, but many are long. So those videos that we're posting now in May, it's for everyone to have an idea. That's the first ones people, can check is those. If you're gonna do your 10 sentences with 10 videos that I keep talking for you to share for family, friends, co-workers, and neighbors, right? That's the very base for you to have a good start, It's those videos posted in May, all right? Because then they're gonna have an idea what they're doing. What's this about? It's not about money. It's not about power. I don't wanna. I'm not a dictator. We are not dictators. In 20 years, we are establishing rules and guidelines. In 20 years, the objective is we're gonna just have country leaders, government leaders for each country, all based in points. Everything from now on will be based in points. So, let's say a couple is starting to be willing to be one of the owners of their property. So they do these basic things. What it is? It's one man, one woman, officially married with 2 or more children, right? And they have to be a little older. They can't be too young, because parents with 2 young children, they can lead after, for the following 10 years, for sure. But we need parents with babies, with infants and little children, up to 7, 8 years old, that will give them more time, more attention, play more with them, relax with them, and not be in a hurry and work and get money and put them in this class and put them to other classes and private classes for them to be smarter, for them to be better, for them to compete at the Olympiads of their state or their country, and then the international Olympiads. My friends, that is not sustainable. Our children, they need time to play. They need time to relax. They need time to climb a tree. They need time to see a bug, to see a butterfly, to hear a bird, to see a flower that's almost opening one day, and next day that flower start to open, and then you see that whole plant is full of flowers. That's what we need. They need to start learning very gently which bugs on the garden is good, which ones are bad, we kill, right? For our gardens to be organic, and we're gonna grow in this environment with organic gardens. Everyone gonna have clean livers. Why? Because the fish we're gonna eat is clean. The chicken we're gonna produce is clean. The eggs of those chickens are clean. People will raise only rabbits in case they need that meat. That's much better than have animal factory, right? That really hurt the animals, give hormones, give antibiotics to them. And then people, that's what the dentist should say. Look, don't eat meat that have antibiotics, right? Because some people don't even have their teeth, because they don't take care of it, and they eat antibiotics from this meat. They eat, and they don't even know. They eat hormones from chickens, hormones from cows that are given, artificial hormones that are given to these animals so they can grow fast, and sell, make those owners of those farm and animal farming millionaires, right? But they're making people sick. So, my friends, let's be better and improve. So everyone, that's the idea. Everyone will be what? Will be clean their own homes. So that's how we're gonna clean our homes. Take what's not good, right? So that's the beginning. You take away video games, you cut the wires so they won't mess up, at the truck trash or the landfills. Put the wires in a bag. Put the wires in a bag and take them out. The second thing we need to take out is our television. Children, teens, parents, adults and elders, they stay on TV till midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then they get up next day, grumpy, tired, or not feeling well, TV for what? I don't have TV for years, decades, decades. More than a decade I don't have TV in my house. Thanks God I don't watch TV because it's nothing good, There was a program I used to watch in Brazil, it was Sunday, I think it was 6 o'clock in the morning. I think that was the only program, an environmental program, about people doing good things in our country. That was the only program was good. So my friends, we have to be back. Here in the United States, I think I haven't even seen, we had TV at home. I rarely watch. I watch more like movies. Those selected movies from Roku, I did watch quite many along the years, So, but, for years, many years, I don't have TV myself. I don't have TV. Because you don't learn anything, you spend your time, all those movies, even that you select, you try, they have a very bad part. My boys were growing, I said, you know what, no TV, we don't need TV. So that's how you're gonna start. Everything that's bad, you cut the wire out, so your neighbors won't pick up, because what is not good for you is not good for anybody else on the planet, right? Video games that destroy people, destroy buildings, and kill people, kill animals, have those monsters that, fighting or killing or, shooting, all this, and then they're gonna say, why? We have so many shooting schools. Why we have these kids that only talk about fighting, about killing, about war? They want to join the military. It's so wrong. We need to make our children will the opposite. Put on their heads. You're never ever gonna be a policeman knocking people's door, or arresting people in the middle of streets or things. No, because we are going to have good countries. We are going to have good communities, happy people, right? That don't drink, don't smoke, don't use tobacco, nicotine. They're not addictive. They don't use drugs. It's not even drugs available for sale, not even pharmaceutical drugs, because they fix something and hurt another. It's true, right? Tell me, which real pharmaceutical drug is not bad for the liver? All of them, because all chemicals are processed in the liver. And some of them make people drowsy, Don't drive. Don't use machinery. Go look. And people still eating sugar, processed food, instead of just changing their life practices. So they keep purchasing. People don't even think right because they don't eat right. And they poison themselves with those chemicals they don't even know. They get addicted to these chemicals they don't even know. And I'm not talking about United States. Brazil became the same. It's many pharmaceutical, companies that came to Brazil and took over. It's amazing. Now they're like United States. Every few blocks, every 2-3 blocks, a pharmaceutical store. Few blocks, a pharmaceutical store. And they even sell alcoholic drinks. Go look. They sell sugary items. They sell sodas. Some of them, they sell alcoholic drinks as well. Right there. It's a bunch of bad things, and the government let them be open. It's all wrong. We have to stop that. In Brazil, about two decades ago, we didn't see pharmaceutical. It was rare. It had, yes, it had, but was one here, one there, far away from each other. Now you go, it's the same. Every few, many blocks. Not exactly like here, but in Brazil we used to, you're feeling a headache, drink water. That's what people used to say, make a tea, My parents, we always ate salad and vegetables, at our meals. That's what we eat. But now you go to Brazil, it's a fast food everywhere. Every few blocks, fast food, everywhere. Bus terminals, fast food. Airports, fast food. Regular street, fast food. The mall, fast food. The real restaurants that cook real food, It's getting less and less and less. My friends, we have to be better. We have, if you know any government leader, or even that a secretary that work at that place, or or anybody that work on those offices, ask them to talk to the ones they know. Talk to city mayors, county mayors, talk to their governors, send emails to their president, send emails, talk, call, figure out their numbers, because those people are alive and they can make changes. We need to make changes, my friend. That's how we're going to do it. So please join our work. You cannot say you're a volunteer yet because you didn't have, this training, or your family is not registered, but you're just a citizen. Look at this work. That's what we're going to ask them to do. Look, there's this teacher called Goiana Ferreira. She's Brazilian. She lives in the United States for a long time, and what? And then you're going to say, look, please check those videos. Select 10 according to your reality, who you're sending these videos to. You make 10 sentences with 10 links. After each sentence, you put a link that's related to that, right? So you can put one for each department or a few for that area. How are you going to convince that people you send in this email? Who you sending this email to? Your family, your friends, neighbors, co-workers, or you sending to many different county mayors or many different city mayors? Who you sending that email to school principals of your state, another country, or many other countries. So organize those emails in subjects and then you send them, because we need your help. We really need your help. And on the top of that email, what you're going to do? You just write a very basic. You're going to say, look, my name is this and that. You be honest. Say, I'm from this city, or from this country, whichever you feel comfortable. Because some countries, it's hard even to tell too much where you're from. So create an email just for that. And then you start sending every day. You have 10 minutes. You have 2 hours. Every day you send those emails. Very quickly you send. And on the top of that email, you're just going to say your name, you don't even have to say your whole name if you don't feel comfortable, because some countries, as I said, they're bad, they're mean, they have dictators, right? Okay, write just your first name. Say, look, I've seen this teacher, she has this proposal, her name is Goiana Ferreira, proposal for us to have a better humanity, and we're going to start at our own families, at our own communities, period. All right, then you start a new sentence. Please have a look on those videos. She does have a great proposal for us to be better. Done. And then you put those 10 sentences with 10 links soon after. And along the weeks, you're going to be improving those emails according to who you're sending to. You're sending to orphanages, you're sending to jail. We have a proposal for orphanages, we have a proposal for jails to close down and don't accept anyone else. Because, my friend, let's say a few words about jail now, right? Okay, so for jail, we have millions or even billions of people in different jails, in different countries, different settings. Some look like concentration camps, some are in regular land, some are very mean people, and some are people that just stole bicycles or a few money from somebody else. And some corrupt government leaders, they stole millions and billions of dollars, and they're free. So we have this plan for jail. In a few words, that's how it works. They're gonna start planting, they're gonna start singing, they're going to start dancing, preparing for the festivals. Not a disrespectful dance. No, it's family dances. For us to have fun together with our families and people that live right there, right? At our own community. So they're going to start cooking. Yes, they're going to start cooking. They're going to start helping this program, sharing as well. They're going to start, as soon as we trust them, they're going to start going home once a week. and then they're going to start going home twice a week, come back next morning, just to be with their wives or their husbands, their family, their children, their teens. Some of them don't even have a family anymore, so it's okay. They start a new family. That's all right. So they come back every morning. Every morning they have to come back. And those families need to live close by to these jails, so they can walk and come back walking. They can walk, come back walking, up to 2 kilometers away, so they have to live there close by. To avoid buses, urban buses, we're not going to have family cars anyways, because that's not good for the environment, not good for the planet. All right, so they go home, they come back, right? And during the week, they're going to keep studying and learning the area they want, one of these 10 departments, which area they want, to renew life like everyone, needs to renew life. Some people can keep what they already learned before, such as electrician, plumbing, engineers, or anything like that, So they can continue their profession if they have a base. It's okay, even doctors, dentists, nurses, or teachers, right? Okay, they can continue with that. And if they want, they can start learning something completely new, because we will have plenty of time for that. All right? Okay, that's how we're going to do it. So people can start from nothing. If they want to change their profession is not even good anymore, that's okay. That's all right, no problem. They can do that. They can start again from nothing, because everyone's going to have computers at classes. They can learn, but not to be looking bad things, bad videos, fighting, killing, or sexual videos. No. For them to go to the bathroom and masturbate themselves afterwards. No, this is wrong. They also don't receive their spouse in jail to make love. No. They go to their own homes as soon as they have one. And of course, they need to be officially married. They go to home. Which home? Their mom and dad again? No. They maybe can go, maybe 2 weeks to have contact with them, if they don't have a husband or wife, that is okay. They can go to their mother and father house, that's okay. For 2 weeks, done, no more, because maybe they don't even talk to them for a long time, to have that bonding, spend time, they go, the other week they go again. You understand? All right. They can go. That is fine. All right. And then what they're going to do? And then they need, after these 2 weeks, they need to go to their own family. They have to go to their own family. Okay? So how that's going to happen? They need to be officially married. If they don't have, and marry their best friend, if it's from jail, if it's a woman available, they marry those they already know. Somebody they already know, they have an idea of that person. Not someone they met on internet. We have to close down. We have to close down every marriage or single, or just for fun, because some sites, it's for singles to keep single their whole life. It's not right. Some people go to other countries and get this woman, beef and this and that, and then they see they have nothing to do with that person. But it's okay. If you can convince that person and convince yourself to work for a better humanity, that's what counts. You're already married, so you're not going to get divorced, right? But let's say a few more words about jail. Let's complete that. So there are no websites for singles, because they're not good. They start talking, it's everything online, it's unreal. The person can pretend a lot. The person sometimes not even at their house, they are at a spa or a club or a restaurant that's fancy, and they pretend, And then what? It's so wrong. So people from jail, they are going to have their festivals with their family. They can come on that day. And we are going to say if they're going to be between those fences. Every jail have two fences, right? One is the very basic one, and one usually is the one that have electric power on them, right? And people that get close by, they get burned, they get a shock, stronger or weaker, depend the country, depends the jail the person is. Okay, all right, so they can have their party somewhere there. Family members don't bring a bag, they don't bring anything with them, no food, no cards, no jackets, they go with shorts. Easily we can see people don't have weapons on their socks, they go with shorts and they go with tennis shoes to be safe, right? Okay. And then they can pass through metal detectors, and the inmates from jail, residents also. And then they have this beautiful, happy day. We have a brunch for one group, and we have an early dinner for another group. If it's needed, the jail is too big, it's better smaller groups. I already said we're going to have 4 different groups. 4 different groups at the jail, those special festivals, right? There are festivals. We're going to make every other month, make a festival. On the future, going to be only 4 a year, 4 special festivals a year. But for now, every other month or even every month, for us to have fun, for people to see, oh, well, I really did it wrong. I killed someone. How that was possible, Maybe the person had drugs, maybe the person was really upset. And how they have gone in the first place, because even police people cannot bring, or security guards cannot bring guns home. That's the most basic of the basic, my friends. In Brazil, we don't see people selling guns all over. In the United States, they sell even at Walmart. And then they have problems. A person killed the wife, a person killed the husband, a person killed the entire family. A person brought, somebody brought that gun to the school, shoot the whole school, right? It's so wrong. Okay, so just a few more words to complete the jail. Basically, is that they're going to be happy and going to have this adjustment time. But if they don't want to join the Peace and Love Organization, all right, send them to electric chair. People that do not want to cooperate and they already have a crime, send them to electric chair. Government leaders that were corrupt or very rich people that did crimes, they go to electric chairs because, they don't want to cooperate. If they want to renew life, okay, so let's renew life like the jail people, right? Because everything counts points. For everyone, everybody in all countries of all continents, everything counts points. From the time they got pregnant, I already said that. That's how we're going to do it. Because that's the only way we can really see, what we're going to do. It's by points. It is by points. So that baby that was born had a good pregnancy. That mother was good, was happy, had peace, have clean water, have food, have a house, have a supporting family, So that's the basic. Everyone gonna count points. People may forget because some people are 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years old, right? So their family members gonna help them to remember. So everything, now I'm gonna say a few things about the peace points. What are those peace points? Peace points, people gonna start at their own homes. Everybody will have a notebook, right? So I already have other videos giving details, but in a few words, because all those videos here for May, it's everything in a few words. For you to get details, you have to actually go to that playlist, for teachers, for everything else, right? According to the department, and look for the details, okay? All right, so let's talk about the peace points. Peace Point's gonna start at home. Every family, that couple, they're gonna start with a notebook. If they're single, live alone, or with friends, not married yet, they need this notebook. If they're government or mayors, they need this notebook. Everyone, for everything. If you're an owner, business owner of any type, if you have a school, if you have a store, if you have anything, you get that notebook. That's how you're going to start making your notes. Start with leave the first, second page, right, for the table of contents, and then you can glue little pieces of paper on the top for you to have an idea where things are located. If you need another notebook after to pass the information that's most useful, and then you get another notebook, copy again the most important things, right? You're gonna have this notebook, a new notebook that has a spiral on the side, because then you can rip a page that is not good and write again in a better way, all right? And you're gonna start with the very basic, your name, where you were born, father's name, mother's name, which school, your first school, right? And the other schools you went to, and the basic like that, So you have the city you were born. That is the beginning of everything. And then you're going to start. What's priority for you to have this family? Because everything, we need a family. We need married couples united. We need children with us, teens with us. If you don't have, if you're young and can have soon, so you're gonna marry and have your own. If you're a little, if you are like 35 or older, if you have someone to adopt, apply, go, talk to them, say that you're honest, ask what you need, call them again, send emails, have everything on emails. So what you need? Many countries, what you need is a room for that child or that teen. You need two. So you don't adopt one, you already adopt two. If you already have one living with you, then it's okay, you adopt just one more. All right? So that's the first thing. You're going to organize your own family. After that, you're going to organize your own business. If you're a business owner, you're going to organize. All right? If you're not, if you work for someone, you're going to inspire them, for them to renew as well, for them to apply this program, okay? All right, so you start with your own. You need to establish yourself because you're going to need time for that. So in a few words, if you're single and young, all right, or if you're single and old, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, so the first thing, you need someone to live with, right? So for you to be married, or you're already married, if you're old, you need to live with someone, a son or daughter that is married. And if they're not, you convince them, you talk to them, say, my son, my daughter, let's get married. It's a better thing. Look at this program here, the Peace and Love organization. Marry someone, you're so smart, you're such a great person. You're gonna captivate first. And then, if you're an elder, and then you move, you keep captivating, and then you inspire, and you talk about again. And sometimes a little more gentle, like I'm saying here, and sometimes you're going to look that person's eyes if that person doesn't decide to get married, is already 30, is already 40, or came back home after divorce. And then you're going to look the eyes of that person and say, look, you really need to get married. I'm already married. You have to give your example, right? So I'm already married. I'm here living with you. It was good. You got married. You got divorced. It was okay for you to come back home. But now you have to decide your life. You need to be married. You can even bring your spouse here, if you're older, right? Of course, as a grandparent, right? Okay. So if you are maybe 60 years old and older, or 65, I think that's a good range. You can live together if that's the best option. That's fine. It's not mandatory. I think we put like mandatory if you're 70 years old and older. It's mandatory because then they're going to help the children, the teens going to help to wash the bathrooms, right? So I think it's good, 70 years old and older. then it's mandatory to live with the married son or daughter. Or a very special friend, you didn't have son and daughter. Some people are old, they never have children. Okay? So first you get married, and then you can live with your married son and daughter. So 70 years old and older, live with own married, right, son or daughter-in-law, son-in-law, right? Okay. All right, so that's how you're going to do it. So first you focus on yourself, what you need the most. You're single parent, single mother, single father, or you are married but don't have children, have 2 dogs. Some people have 3 dogs and they treat those dogs as their children, but they're not. We need proper families. Dogs are dogs, children, teens are children, teens. Okay? All right. So you already got married, you're already getting organized. So you always follow that order. The order things we need are clean water, food, shelter, good health, peace and love, and education. Peace and love go together. Those are the most basic for every family. And then let's say a few words about the business or the location you work at. So let's say you work in a non-profit that helps refugees, or you work at a clothes store, or you work at a shoe store, or you work in a real estate, or you own many different real estate properties. Whichever you are, you have people there, you're going to inspire them to help others. You're going to inspire them. If you're the owner, you're going to do it yourself. If you are a worker, an employee, and then you're going to inspire the owners, you're going to inspire the managers, you're going to inspire co-workers to do better. Because some people have power, some people have money, some people have joy and happiness, some people are good and working. They really go, they really help because they know it's for a good cause, but not to have like those communities that they have nuns traveling the planet, helping alone. They don't have a husband, they don't have children, they don't have teens. That's not right either. Or some other people have monks. They train them how to be smart, how to do this and do that, but they live alone. Decades and decades alone. That is wrong. We have to close down. All those people that do those things. We have to let them free because they don't even know. They think they're free. Tell me if nuns are free. Nuns and males and females, right? They are in these monasteries, or they are helping refugees and they work. They get up 4 o'clock in the morning, they work till 10 at night, and they pray the whole day. This is jail as well. You think they're free? They're not free. Free of what? They don't have time to relax. They don't have time to have fun with the family. They don't even have a family. They don't even have a spouse. They're not married. They don't have time to relax. The work of the peace organization, we have to work a lot for now. But because we're going to do everything, we're going to help families, we're going to help deserts. We have to work. But we also need fun time. We also going to have beautiful festivals. We also going to have time to sleep and rest. And it's not Monday to Sunday, one busy, crazy day. That you don't even know when was your last vacation. You don't even know when was the last time you have fun with your family. You don't even know because when was your last birthday, right? Some people don't even know because they're in situations that happen along life, that they don't even know. So, my friends, let's do better. People need to celebrate their birthday. That is mandatory. And some people believe, if you don't celebrate your birthday, you're going to give points to someone else, or you're going to be stronger if you don't eat. Oh, wrong. We need to eat. We need to eat healthy foods. You don't even know where these things came from. Who are the most beautiful, have the most points, and they are over others that look more ugly. Oh, wrong. Oh, wrong. Who has the most points is those that are happy married couples. They're healthy. They eat healthy food. They have their own gardens. They have children, teens. They are married with someone of the opposite sex. Those are the ones that have the most points. They work and they have family time. They are not working all day, but also they're not home all day smoking marijuana, having free money from the government to eat, and they watch TV all day. They don't have to do anything because they have free money from the government. The government is even happy that they are home without outside in the street causing problems or killing others. So they give food, they give money, they give health insurance, everything for free. Wrong. We need to build families that are happy. We need to have families that are healthy. We need to have families that are united with one father, one mother. So it's one man, one woman, officially married, and they one man and one woman as they were born. Because we don't need surgeries for anything. We don't need them. Not for this, not for anything else, because happy, healthy people, they don't have problems, they don't need surgeries. Not even C-sections for a baby to born. Tell me which couple on this planet Earth that are happy, they get pregnant, they have time for themselves, and then they get pregnant. They are happy, they have a good environment, they feel safe, they have good water, good food, a good house, a good environment, they have peace and love. Tell me, which one they had C-section? Nobody. Because happy, healthy people, they have regular normal deliveries of this baby. The mothers are healthy. If they made love, not with pressure, but they did make love. Tell me, nobody. The only people that have this situation go to C-section are those that the doctors convince them, so you're not going to hurt your body, and this and that. Don't even breastfeed so you don't hurt your body. It's all wrong. It's the opposite. When mothers, breastfeed their babies, actually happen the opposite. You can see communities that does those things. Their uterus shrink back to place when they are feeding. The mothers that do that, they feel that. It's very important for mothers to breastfeed their babies. For everything is the best thing, it is the best vaccine, it is the best brain nutrients for their brains. That breast milk, they're gonna give the immune system they need for their whole life. They're gonna have the good startup. It's the breastfeeding, it's not formula. And how a government or so many countries let give formula. And they convince so many mothers that don't think well, don't study, they never heard about those things, that formula, even aluminum, they're found in formulas. So my friends, we have to be better. We have to teach people, because that's the base of everything. It's the knowledge, but not wrong knowledge. Oh yes, eat formula. Why? Because you have these people working for those companies that produce formula and diapers and everything that is unhealthy for them, not needed. Breastfeed is the best we can give for every baby until they're 2 years old. So until 1 year old, it's a lot. Many breastfeedings according to their age, we already have videos posted about that. And then from 1 year old until they turn that birthday, 2 years old, it's less, it's just about twice a day, morning and evening when they go to sleep. But they still breastfeeding, because that will be very important for the formation of their brain. That is very, very important. Okay, that's why. So if we give optional, you know what's gonna happen? Oh, I want, I don't want. I really believe that the breast comes down. It's not. Actually, avoid that mother to have breast cancer later, because we need to use what God give to us, what nature give to us. It is proven that babies that have breast milk, until 1, 2 years old, they're much healthier than anybody else. Any other baby that is fed in formula, they're puffy, they're unhealthy, their liver start already to don't get health. The brain is not good. To have all this cow milk or goat milk that is processed again, they add things to it, but that is not healthy. They are synthetic things that are added to these animals' milk to turn into powder and turn into baby's formula and sell for lots of money. And they advertise, and those mothers believe. They make magazines, they make articles, they make doctors, they hire doctors to talk about that, or they already convince those doctors at their medical schools, universities. They convince them they're good, so they don't have to pay those doctors a salary for their whole lives. And those doctors convince their patients. Oh yeah, it's hard, right? Okay, here's the formula. The mother didn't even try, not even the 4th day, 5th day, 6th day, 10 days. Oh yeah, okay, here, formula for free. So they're ready, or free samples. They're ready telling that parent go to the supermarket, which formula they're gonna get? The one they got at the hospital for free, of course. Or the one they advertised at that magazine or that article they read for free. And then they get that parent addictive to use that formula for 2 years. 2 years, 1 or 2 years, they already got their $1 million, right? From different parents, from different cities. They can advertise and they give their formula for free. They already convinced the nurses, when the nurses take their classes at colleges, the simple class, or they go university for more special classes, so they don't have to pay them. So what they do, they already make contracts with these colleges, these universities, to convince those doctors and nurses to be in favor of formulas instead of breast milk, to be in favor of chemotherapy instead of eating healthy food, and change, life practices, right? A lifestyle. My friends, we have to be much smarter than that. We have to be much better than that. No more forbidden to have chemotherapy, forbidden to offer formula. Because we can go nowhere if the baby is already born and already unhealthy. By 1 year old, they already don't develop what they could develop. Their liver start already to be damaged. Their brain already don't have the full capacity as they could. Go see couples that are healthy and don't use those things. They eat real organic food, because nowadays it's different, right? Even decades ago, they say that's organic, but it's 80% organic, 90% organic, 100% organic, right? Or they bring things that they're not even organic, they say it's organic. But, some government, they don't inspect properly, they don't care, they don't check every container that's on that farm, they don't check the water of that farm, they don't check the neighbors. Imagine, do you believe that organic farmers can get a synthetic farm right across the fence? It's not such a thing, my friend, because the rain come back and bring chemicals back, right? The aquifers are contaminated. The river, the same river they use to water their plants, is right beside each other. The wind bring the chemicals over, right? Tell me. And the government still, oh yes, it is organic. Oh yeah, I check. Didn't check anything, because if they have a neighbor farmer that use synthetic, their farm is not organic for sure, not 100%, maybe 80, 70, 90, but not 100% organic. Organic gardens, my friends, we're gonna have at our own communities, our own residential communities, at our own schools. and we're going to harvest and eat right there. That is the gift of our humanity. Plant food right there. Have our own aquifers. Because with time, we're going to clean all those aquifers. Tell me, the city water clean? Where? Where's the city water clean? They put fluoride, they put things that they don't know what to do with it. They put in the water. They put the chemicals, they put chlorine, they put a bunch of chemicals that we do not need. Our own clean aquifers gonna be those that we will have at our own lands. A little way from the beach, we're gonna have our aquifers and use that water. What we need to do, of course, we need proper hygiene. We need to build them really, really strong so they will last forever. Deeper you go in the land, you can get deeper aquifer, water wells, right? Water wells. So the water is brackish. What we're gonna do? All right, let's see what we can do. But we are going to have our own water wells, because even, water that tastes bad, sometimes, most of the times, they're much better than others. We just have to see what we're gonna equilibrate what they don't have. What they have. They have too much iron. They have what they have in that water that's brackish, right? That's how we call brackish, bad water. Right? And then maybe we dig a little bit more this way, a little bit more that way. We're going to have clean water from clean aquifers and not brackish. So what we need to do? We need to work. We need to start. We need to do things. So everyone will have clean water. For now, maybe they don't taste the best, but they are clean. How happened that government leaders let people get tap water, put into bottles, and sell them? Water is one of the most expensive liquids in the planet. Sometimes it's like ink. Ink for printing paper is one of the most expensive liquids of the planet as well. Sometimes in some countries, some cities, it's more expensive than regular fuel, regular gasoline. From petroleum-based fuel. So my friends, we have to be better. The other thing, to make cars with all these batteries and electric cars, this is forbidden. Because where those batteries gonna go when they're not good anymore? To landfills? No, because they're gonna be contaminated our aquifers again. So no electric cars, no electric anything, no electric cars, no electric trains, nothing of that. No electric anything, not scooters, not golf carts, no electric anything. Because we have to get less and less batteries, process them properly the best we can, and end electric things, and on the future we are not going even to have satellites now, no spaceships and this and that. We have to take care of this planet Earth, because only here that we can live properly. We have the sun. On those limit countries, we made lines, right? That we put a line there in the north of Africa, so Tunisia, so we can cover the whole Africa and done. That's the north limit line, and we have the same, you just put the back, the end of Australia is the last line. And we're going to take the north of Argentina, nobody going to live there. Because this limit, this true limit line with the equator in the center, that's where we're going to live. That's where we're going to live. Because it's warm, we have rain, we can do prayer to bring more rain. We can pray to block when it's too much rain, such as more tropical areas, instead of raining every day, can rain twice a week, because we can do prayers with that. We know we can do that. We can bring fresh breeze, but not strong wind. Storm is coming. We pray. I did that before. It works. Imagine if whole community is gonna do this prayer together. I did by myself. I did with other people. If we pray, we can control the storms, send the storms away, because we cannot have strong winds. Too strong winds. We cannot have tornadoes. We cannot have hurricanes. If you see, people already know where those areas, those things happen, right? We start praying even before the season comes, such as for hurricanes. You start praying. Because those warm waters coming from Africa, right? They stir up, right? And then they turn into hurricanes, right? So people already know when this happens, summertime. So April, May, they already start praying. So we won't have hurricanes June, July, and August, and even September. Because we can even control the temperature. Start praying. It works. See a cloud. Send the cloud to the ocean. Always clockwise, according to your continent. Because then if you need warmth, what you're going to do? You're going to do the prayers always clockwise. So let's say you live in Canada, north of Canada, right? So what you're going to do? Where is warm at that time? So South America, let's say, Central America. Okay, so you're going to pray for that wind to come round clockwise into Canada. North of Canada if it's cold. It works. I tell you, it works. So we are going to use our mind for positive things instead of doing spells to people and hurting people, with bad hypnotism. No, we're going to do prayers for good, positive things that will be good for us. So you need rain. Okay, how are you going to bring rain? All right, you're going to do your prayers always clockwise. So you can think, right now it's summer. Where is summer? Central America, or the South Hemisphere, right? It's everything in hemisphere. So South Hemisphere. All right. So you go and you bring with your prayers, you bring that rain from where's raining right now, where's summer right now. Okay? Or you can also do, you go a few miles away from the place you're located and come clouds, bring rain to us. You're going to use kind words, you're going to use kind thoughts, and I'm sure God and nature are going to give you the gift you need. You need water for your plants. You need rain for the deserts. The desert's different. We need rain every single day. Semi-arid and desert lands gonna need rain every day. Every day. What time? In the evening. Everybody's home. Okay. 7 o'clock, everybody's home, right? Okay, then the rain can come. So you can put 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, then PM, right? PM. That is how we're going to do. Do prayers and the rain will come. You don't have to go, all the way from the South Hemisphere or the other way around. From the North Hemisphere, when it's too hot, you bring the wind from Canada to the South America, for example, right? Because it's too hot, you need some fresh, cooler breeze. No, you just go a few miles away, and whichever you're sitting, you sit on that position that you're going to do your prayers, bringing towards the left to the right only. So you have to sit facing the north, or stand up facing the north. And you're going to start doing with your spouse, and then you start doing with your family, children, teens, and parents, right, that live with you. Okay, and then you start doing with your community as soon as they're ready. And then, people can do it at their own homes. They can, if they're studying, every morning you're going to look at the sky. And during the day, you pay attention what's going on in the sky. We don't need satellites. We don't need Weather Channel. It's so forbidden because it's so bad. It's so bad. They manipulate things. Oh, it's a hurricane. It's level 2. Oh, it became level 3. It's all lies. All lies. People that live on those places, you see, that's all lies. You know, they need money, so they're ready. Weather channels are already connected to people that they're gonna buy. All right, it's a hurricane coming. Let's go buy flashlights and these and radios with batteries and a bunch of batteries. Oh, do you have your hurricane kit ready? Oh, do you have your tornado kit ready? Oh, do you have your canoes ready in case there's a flood here? Do you have it ready? And people go, some people, they don't think. They go like little objects, like robots. They go, buy, spend hundreds of dollars, hundreds of their country money to protect themselves for things they don't need. Oh, it's the end of the planet. You know, you can buy this perfect inner ground barn or inner ground, whichever the word they use, and they sell thousands of them, right? It's all wrong, my friends. We have to teach people for good things. Look, you can do prayers. You're going to plant trees, of course, you know, to have a good environment, to have a good biodiversity. So you need hundreds of plants, of food plants, hundreds of those same food plants going to be the pollinators themselves. Instead of having everything perfect, everything trimmed, everything with Roundup killing the weeds. No. We're going to do the other way around. We have to promote biodiversity. We need biodiversity. Instead of spending money with hurricane kits, with tornado kits, with survival kits, you can go to the woods and you can survive with this kit. And if you're lost, you can have these little mirrors that you're going to point when an airplane will come in. No. It's forbidden to go to the woods at the first place. We have our woods, our fire, you know, a little bit of woods for the wood we're gonna need. But to go all deep in the middle of nowhere, why? We don't need those things. You know, and then kids to climb mountains and kids or this sailboat, you can travel the whole planet, or those, as I said, kids for climbing mountains and this and that, and people spend thousands of dollars and they're unhappy. They climb this mountain, they have every vacation planned. Some people spend the whole year doing those things, and they work online at hotels so they can have more money to climb more mountains and go to more places, you know. Oh, here you're gonna heal your life. And they go back, you know, the weeks pass, the months pass, they heal nothing. Oh, here, this is spa, this resort, gonna renew your life. You know, it's an awesome, you're gonna see the woman you want, the man you want. You know, they pay people to be there, you know. Yes, it's true. They pay beautiful people, young men and good-looking women, good-looking men. You go there, you're happy, and you talk to them afterwards. You go back home for a few weeks, few months, all gone. Because they were not real. They were not real people. Or they have someone else, or that's their job, and they keep going, and then they slowly let it go. You spend thousands of dollars. Oh, you have to come to this cruise, you know, it's the best cruise ever, you know, you have these and pools and this and that and food all day and the best, most expensive food, and people go. For them to do what? To buy more cruise ships, to have more people in illusion, because we don't need those things to be happy. We don't need. Happiness, it's inside our hearts. Happiness is our own practice, our own families. We are happy. We have good schools, we play outside, we have fun, we can travel. Yes, we can travel. But not in cruises that, you know, trash the ocean with a bunch of disposables. We don't need that, right? How many do that? Many, hundreds, thousands of people do negative things in purpose. And they trick people that they go and buy Timeshare apartments, timeshare in resorts, timeshare for this, timeshare for that. They don't use anything. If they use, they go, they think it's the best time of their life. They get home, they're depressed again, they're alone again. They don't have a family. They're not happy in their hearts. So, my friends, the proposal of the Peace and Love International Organization is for us to be happy with those most basic things. Smile to each other, be happy, be polite, be respectful. Plan vacation, yes, and we are going to have vacation. Instead of having people that they don't even know they're slaves of others, such as very simple like that, the monks, nuns, or people that are hired to work in organizations always away from family, or people that are hired to work for big companies, they're always away from home. Always away. They even have cases with another woman, they have a case with another man, or those pilots in airplanes. They're never home. Tell me. There are very few that are honest along the decades they work. Very few. Because see, they are alone, they go to the same hotel, they dress nicely, they have a good job, right? They see happy people coming from vacation or going to vacation, right? But what happened? They're away from home, they're away from their husband and wives, very few, not easy. It's tempting. Man to woman, woman to man. And they sleep right there in hotels that the rooms is right beside each other. And even worse, they put woman with woman, man with man. How many gays comes out of that situation? It's true. Search it up, ask them. People that have real dignity. They look nice, but it's other option for people to become gays or lesbian, or to have, a woman or a man that's not their own. Because then another day they're in another trip with other people going to other places, right? So it's all wrong. So it's no airplanes, in the very future, in 20 years, no airplanes anymore, because people gonna have their gifts at their own places they live, Some people go to hotels or to beaches in other countries. They spend thousands of dollars to go to other countries, and they have beautiful, clean beaches right there. It's true. Some people spend thousands of dollars to go to Disney, and they have beautiful spaces right there, And many of these people, I'm telling you, they still alone. Sometimes they go to these cruises to get clients for their business, right? Because they work with limos, they work with marriage agencies, or they work with high level constructions or luxury constructions. So they go to these trips in purpose to get emails of these people and or become their friends, and then even in 10 years, you don't even know they're not your friends. They approach you for something else behind that. So, my friends, let's think better. Let's renew our humanity. Let's have joy with our own families, proper families that I keep talking over and over, okay? And everything will be based in points for up to the organization launching day, right? That people gonna have their notes and do things. And after, as soon as you join a community that's already a peace and love community, as soon as you join a school that's already a peace and love school, and then we're gonna start getting better points for life. And who gonna be these owners? We are going to have 10 married couples for every property of all countries. Every school gonna have these 10 department directors and the parents that live with them, gonna be their main helpers. Every every clothes store, shoes, every restaurant, every hotel. We are going to have party places as well. Proper, respectful parties. For weddings, for birthdays, for special birthdays, for anniversaries, for end of the semester, people can go invite their employees to go there, right? That's actually going to be themselves, right? Okay, so every community going to be 10 department directors with these married couples, right? 10 couples going to be the department, and 10 couples that going to be the elders that live with themselves, one from each family. That's going to be, so we're going to have 20 couples that will be the owners of every property that exists. While we have everything, while we have airports, we're going to have these 10 department directors and their 10 parents. In the future we don't need. But now, for everything you can imagine, because we have this 20 years adjustment time, because it will take 20 years for us to cover the deserts. We're going to plant billions of trees every single year. Go, 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 go. And hundreds of meters planting, and they're going to be transplanted only when they're 1 meter tall. They're established, they're strong, and we're going to plant them properly. So many videos on how we're going to cover the desert. Because the cities, we can do in a few years, 2-4 years done. To live at the beach areas that is the most sustainable for every continent, we're going to see afterwards with better calculation. But for now, to start, is up to 200 kilometers from the beach line. The beach line is that first street or the first small wall, those usually is like 1 meter tall, that they make that barrier so they don't get too much sand going to that street or going towards that sidewalk, or that first sidewalk. The first, when you put on Google, you get the name of a restaurant that's there or a name of a hotel. So, that's the base, right? The first ones that you always use Google Docs, because nowadays we have so many different ones, right? You use Google Maps. You use Google Search. So everyone, the whole plan, are going to have one, established place to have everything, instead of using other sources that sometimes you don't even know to which satellite they're connected because their imagery is different. So let's use one. And the biggest one is Google. So let's use Google. Done. Okay, in the future, everything going to be peace and love app, peace and love search, peace and love maps, peace and love emails, everything going to be peace and love afterwards. The other good thing of Google that you have the Google Docs. So you can put your resume there, you can put your objectives, because with time you're not going to have too much papers at homes. You're going to do it right there. The family records book, yes, you keep forever your own books, And then these first families, right, that we have right now in our continent, when they die, they're going to get their... we're going to have some museums with those notebooks. And they're all going to be covered. People, going to have a few they can touch, a few they cannot touch, such as the ones made by the headquarters. They cannot touch. The ones that will be from families with most points, that they're going to be actually the state governors, the presidents of each country, right? So those they cannot touch. The workers of that, the STEM department directs going to be in charge of those museums that we're going to have a few, right? They already turned the pages so people can go once a year. Done. So they will already turn the pages with clean hands, and the public can touch the other ones that are going to be for families that have less points. So everything that we are doing is good sense, and we need many years of transition, a few years now for people to have water, food, shelter, good health, peace, and love, right? And also to have our work, implemented and people register. Okay, after that, the main objectives to have those 20 years is because we have deserts to cover. Imagine, look online. We have the Sahara, we have Australia, we have United States, we have Asia. Just in Asia, we have 19 different biomes. So we need smart people and to help and plant these trees so they will know the soil of those plants that will be good on those biomes, and we are not going to have not even one cactus. We are going to search and take them out and cut them in pieces and let them dry and burn them. We're not going to have one cactus in any desert, in any house, because we don't need them. As I said, we do not need them. So every desert village gonna be like hotels. So instead of you paying lots of thousands of dollars, right, to go to a resort in the middle of a desert and travel during the day, going to safaris that animals are trapped and given food, or they're giving medication for these animals to be kind. Do you believe that people can walk on where these animals are? Do you believe that? You don't, right? Because if you're really smart, they give medication to these animals. So they're not sued by those millionaires that go there, or even rich people. They go to safaris and go again, and they think that's awesome, or they go hunting. Animals that are, they eat humans, right? They're carnivores. That's their nature. And walking around and hunt, you can hunt in the day, you can hunt at night. And you believe that? No. They produce those animals and, they start making them friendly, but they don't have too much time, like imagine a zoo. How many years and how many hours it takes for that animal to be trained, that lion, that tiger, to respect their trainer. How many years? How many hours? Do you think they do that at these hunting farms? Do you think they do that at safaris? No, they inject medication on them. That's how they do, from far away, and then they get them, and then they give more. They keep them alive, walking slowly, so those tourists think it's awesome, but in reality it's not. They all have medication. They already do artificial insemination for those baby lions, those baby tigers, so they can keep, because, they last for many years. They don't give too much, but also they don't give too little. Far away, they shoot them with that medication, sleeping medication, right? So they're a little drowsy, they walk. For people to hunt or for people to see those safaris, it's all wrong. My friends, we have to be better. We have to be better. We're treating animals like, some people are treating animals like they're animals themselves. They don't have the least kindness. They don't have dignity. They lie to their tourists, they lie to the hunts, and they want to make money, 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 money. So let's be better, my friends. We have to be better. We need to have dignity with our practices, and we start at home. Because then someone's going to say, what about you? What about you? What you have in life? Oh, you're going to say, I have a spouse, I'm married, I have children, I have education, I know about these things. I talk to other people, because those things are the things that count the most, the dignity we have. I've been trying this, I've been doing that. Or you can say, I've been helping the environment for years. I'm part of this organization. For years, I've been trying to help people. I've been trying to help refugees. I've been helping people with clean water. I've had helping people, maybe even just some baby clothes. Some people, that's what they do. They sew, and they give to people that don't have money. Some people give food. Some people give clothes. Some people give toys. But we are going to establish only what's good. We're going to stop this thing of toys. toys, bicycle, video games, cell phone to kids, cell phone to teens. And then they stop talking to their parents, they stop talking, they don't even play. So that's not right. So we're going to establish, okay, we're going to keep helping, but then we're going to make a break. Okay, so now you have everything you need. You have water, food, shelter, peace, love, education. You have everything you need. Now we're not going to give things to people anymore. So now you have the seeds, you plant, you help, you have points, and that's how you're going to pay your rent, with points. Why we are not purchasing? Because people have the rights to move, and sometimes that building is hard to sell. So we rent, done. Like, we rent. And every 10 years, every 20 years, yes, people can move. People can move. So we have even organized basic rules and guidance for people to move. Who gonna move? The whole family. 2 young people, 22 years old, to move out? No, because the parents raised them. The parents, it's hard. The belly is big, the belly is heavy. That mother got pregnant, and it takes time, and is eating healthy, and it's still walking to be healthy, still taking some sun to be healthy, still helping in the house, still helping with the older children they have, or their parents, whichever, the grandparents, if they already live with them. And then they give the name and they help them. My friends, those are hours and days and months and years, and they teach them how to walk, and they teach them how to be smart, they teach them how to speak first, right? And they have to crawl, because that's important for the development of a child, and they don't go right away to walk. They have to crawl. That's important. Okay, and you're the parent, you're trying really the best you can. What happens afterwards? What happens? Then they go away? No, that is months, years, hours and hours. My son, my daughter, time to eat. And you spend hours cooking, and you spend hours working, and you work out yourself, and you even play with them for them to be happy, right? Hours and hours for them to then move away. No. So we establish every 20 years, or 10 years, some details we're still improving, for the final constitution that we are making. Some details we're still improving. But then the whole family move. Okay, we're going to move, but not 2 young children for them to arrive somewhere, don't even know what's going to happen to them. No, move that whole family. So they're leaving behind. Who they're leaving behind? Their siblings, right? Their parent-in-law or their own parent, then it's okay. But they already have some grandparents with them, right? So it's one couple that is married with 2 children that has who? Their grandparent with them. So the whole family gonna move close by. Maybe after a county or 2 counties, but it's close by, it's not really far away. That's how we're gonna do it. That is the most sustainable, okay? Close by. Everything, it's sustainable, close by. So they have different friends, they have different beaches to go to, different parks. That's okay. The same for people traveling. They can go to different locations. And it's mandatory to move. People cannot live 80 years at the same place, that they become even afraid to see something different. So it's mandatory to travel. It's mandatory to plan special vacations, to go a little more far away. It's mandatory. But then what happens? Then they know they're not afraid to leave, because some countries, they live 80 years old, they're even afraid, or 60 years old. They're the same exact location, and they're afraid to move. So we have to do these things. These things is important for us, to see other places and come back home. Not to travel and come back home. And then one day, they're ready to move, with their grandchildren and their sons and daughters themselves. Okay? So basically it's that, our main objective is for us to to guide people with those basic videos, talking a little bit about each thing. And for the proper videos, you're going to look online. Okay? So if you get those videos made now in May 2023, and those, the very first videos, so if you go to our channel, you click on videos, you're going to have the list of the 500 videos, more than 500 videos we have there. So what you're going to do, you go to the very first ones we did in January 2022. So those videos are the base for each department. I have posted there 10 videos and one from each department. So you combine those two, so you have about what? You have about 20, 30, about 40 videos to watch, Or you can start with the 20. You get 10 from A, 10 from that, the very first ones from each department. So combine, you're going to have an idea. All right? Okay, my friends. So it's a gift to have here. This is Goiana Ferreira from Florida, and will be a gift for us to do this work together, for us to be united, for us to help each other. With the gift, as I said, the gifts we have. So people that are communicative, okay, so work in that area. People knows about plants, about desert plants. Let's do it. At the desert village, we're also going to have some like mowers, like mower carts, those small carts, that for now, of course, we're going to use what we have. We have solar panels. They walk slowly, and they're going to have trails. They have to walk and come back. They have to walk and come back to start getting those on the right time, of course, not right in the beginning, to cut out all the cactus they have. And we're going to start with other things that are also good for deserts, right? Okay, so that's how we're going to do it. We're going to have steps for everything. We're going to have steps, and we are going to get the people that are with most points for everything. Okay? So that's how we're going to do, my friends. So let's do it. Let's get going. Let's get organized. And it will be a gift to have your participation. See you soon. Okay, so here we have a few more words for business owners or property owners of all types. So if you're in a center of continents, you please already clean up your area, demolish, hire a proper company, do proper agreement, stay in a hotel, right? To demolish your own property and you move to up to 200 kilometers from the beach line. Choose, a place that you can go and move. Because if everyone take care of their own land, that's the best. If you have a farm, if you have a house under your name, right? If you have a farm under your name, if you have any store under your name that it is located at the center of the continent, do this. You talk to everyone, your employees or the people that rent your homes, in case you are a landlord, right? Okay, so a bakery, a clothes store, shoe store, anything. If you own a mall, give them proper notice, 4 weeks or 8 weeks for them to move out according to your reality, okay? Don't ask people if they're small stores, they can easily move or not. So give them 8 weeks, that's fine. Give them 8 weeks, and then they know that from that due date, you're not renting that store to them anymore. Okay, so then you clean up all the furniture, you clean up. When they leave, they already have to clean up their own space. And if it's any leftover, such as offices or maybe something else you have yourself, that mall or that commercial plaza. All right. So that's what you do. You clean up everything, take all the furniture, the way that we say, take the doors out, because doors can be useful, doors from homes, they're the straight ones in one side. They can be used for tables, they can be used for garden counters, right, for people to work, things like that. If you have furniture that can handle to be undercover, for those kitchens, we're gonna have those cafeterias we need outside, or those picnic tables, right? If you have furniture can handle to be outside, okay, you can get it done. And then you're gonna take out all the cabinetry, all the drawers, and turn them into mulch, even they are not proper wood, because they will break down easily as soon as possible, right? Along the years, along the decades, according to the material they are. All right, so that's how we're gonna do. And then you get, after everyone move, right? So if you're owner of, as I said, commercial plaza or a mall or a residential community or a business, okay, then you clean up everything, right? And probably you're gonna take the windows out to be easy, so you don't have a lot of crumble things, right? Okay, and then you demolish everything. You're already living at a hotel those very few weeks, right? Okay, and then you demolish everything. You cover with soil. And then according to the location you live, you're going to take proper practices. Or you're going to plant some trees, and irrigate, for those 6 months, or pay someone to irrigate with proper records that they are really doing, and and then you move. Basically, in a few words, that's what you can do. You take care of your own property, what's under your name. All right? So, with proper time, talking to people. So, look, we are moving, to the beach areas. If you own a school, a private university, do the same thing. Tell them, notice for the following semester we're not going to have any new students. We're moving. We are with this work of the Peace and Love International Organization. And then you don't hire more teachers. You already give notice to the teachers you have, to everybody that you pay, that the university don't receive more new teachers, don't receive more new students, and done. And then you do the cleanup, demolish, plant some trees, and irrigate them for 6 months, and then you move. That's how we're gonna do it. Everybody take care of their own. All right? Okay, so that's how we're gonna do it. Everyone gonna stay in hotels. If you live in homes, also move. If you live in apartments of 1 floor, you also move. It needs to be 2 floors or up. And not those huge apartments, right? Those luxuries apartments, that is not in our plan. Small apartments, they are called affordable apartments or small apartments. Okay, so from 2 floors up to 28, that's okay. But if they have more than 4 floors, up to 4 floors, they do not need an elevator. That's okay. Some countries already have them. It's very healthy for our legs, create muscles, that is great. But if they are 5 floors and more, they need 2 different elevators, okay, for safety reason, and so we can get people in and out, with more ease, right? And then every 4 floors you can also have the kitchen. So you don't need hundreds of people eating downstairs at the kitchen. You can have every few floors, those 2 apartments gonna be their kitchens, so people will eat. You can get 2 or 4 at the same building. So every sky riser, that's the word we are using now, not skyscraper anymore. So let's do exactly like that. The 5th floor, 10, 15, 20. So every 5 floors we have that kitchen with everything we need. So people are going up, they already bring their things like we already do nowadays. We go to the supermarket, what we do? We put things on elevator, we bring upstairs, right? So that's exactly like they do. So it's already established. Every building, being a regular residential building or being regular hotels, those are the floors that gonna be for those things. The kitchen, the meetings, because some places, the big cities, say they don't have much outside space to have meetings under the trees, right? That is the best for our future, but right now we need to be sustainable, have to focus, we need to save time. So people are already close by, so what are they gonna do? They're already gonna take their showers, they already have dinners close by. They don't have to go far away, a half block away or 1 block away to that restaurant that they registered, they got an agreement with. No. Buildings, hotel or residential communities with even number, that's okay, leave them like that for now, that's fine. But no one gonna live on the first floor, remember that, no one. The first floor gonna be just the reception, we always need someone there, right? People gonna start entering with a card and they cannot let other people come in. So we don't have, like, those hotels or even the residential sky risers, they don't have people anymore there all the time. People already paid, they get their card, they go in, they go out, they use their own card or their digits. So we are going to use those things. They're digits, because cards are not so safe. People can give to one person to another. So every hotel, we're going to have this digit. The person goes, they're living there. They were approved. Who's going to be approved? The people that are already married, the people that already have two or more children, and that already have their own parents living with them, right? So it's 2 couples, the parents and the grandparents, right? That already fill up everything, they're already starting to do. So when you're contacting a hotel or sky riser to move to see if they have an apartment available, that's how you're gonna do. Look, what do you have? I have everything. I have this, and that. You're gonna show your YouTube, account, your family account with everything. Even for business, yes, I had a business, I already closed, I already did this, and that, I'm already paying someone to water them with proper reports of the land, while the trees grow, we need to water for 6 months. Or you're going to say, we don't need, and you're going to prove the area, you're going to send a copy of that deed. That area is not considered semi-arid or desert land. So we do not have to keep watering for 6 months. So in this case, you can water for 1 month or 2 or 1 month and already is the rain season, for example, right? You don't want the trees to die, of course. You need to be responsible with your practices. So you already close down what you own. You already move yourself. It's your own responsibility. So there's 100 points for you to check, for you to move. Check them and check yourself. And then you see if it's good, is right, everything's okay, then you move. So you already checked the schools, you already checked this hotel, everything is good. It's good for the children, the teens. Okay, then you go. All right, so now let's say a few words about this study time. Every evening, parents gonna have their 20 minutes meeting after dinner with their children, their teens, their elders, right? And they are going to be organized for this study time. Okay, so this study time going to be their own apartment. Their own apartment. As I said in the other video, you figure out what you need to learn the most. Is English, or it's about the organization, what you need to do the most. Or you have free time, you're going to be sharing emails with other people. So that's how you're going to do it. You see? That's how you're going to do it. All right, so you keep using wisely this time you have, every evening from Monday to Friday. So even Friday or Saturday is the evening the teens go to this special apartment right there, the same building. They're safe, who they are with, right? All these things count. So they can have some time. They can also make love every teen, 15 years old and older. It's important for them to have someone special in their lives as well, instead of being single for their whole lives. And then we don't want them to become something else, right? Don't know about having an apartment. So good, for them to have fun right there, the same building. They can go play in a pool. They can go to talk. They can, have some fun time right there. The Sky Riser garden. Even that some in big cities, they have a very small area, but they can go out to some benches there, right? They can have also some inside time, have dance classes. You're gonna have a lot, yoga classes, dance classes, things like that. Very simple, that we can have in any Sky Riser. If it's a residential community, we will have, and if it's a hotel, we will have. Many hotels already have a pool. If it's small or not, it's okay. People take turns. Go 5 o'clock in the morning, go 6 o'clock in the morning. It's right downstairs. You cannot leave your property, but you can do that. If it's small, if your property is small, you can go to the pool. Gonna work out. Your spouse can go work out, go do the pool right there, okay? And we are going to have a very few machines, gym machines, a very few. Not those huge machines full of things, because people need to start jogging, around their block so they can take sun and fresh air. But if you're doing that 6 o'clock in the morning, for example, so just go downstairs, use those machines. They're going to be right there, okay? With windows open, not in air conditioning. Those things are important. You're going to swim 20 minutes, 40 minutes, swim. We need those things, okay? So in a few words like that, so for restaurants, it's decided is the basic floor, and then the 5th, the 10th, right? The 15th, 20th, 25, and no more. And 25 and no more. Okay, so, and then people gonna be adjusted. So everyone that lives until the 4th floor, go to the restaurant on the 5th. Everyone living from that point until the 9th floor, go to the 10th, the kitchen of the 10th. Everyone from the 11th to the 14th floor, right, goes to the 15th floor, like this. Who lives below that number that ends with 5, gonna go to that kitchen. And for those that goes until the 28th, if the building has the 29th, the 29th will be the last kitchen floor. And this kitchen floor need to have what? Basically, the kitchen, a pantry, the hydration drink, when people gonna start going outside, their own supplies for 2 years, the basic beans or lentils, whichever they're having, right? For those, everything's for 2 years. Because if you're located in an area, you're gonna move, and then people gonna share what they have, according to how many residents they have their food for, right? They're gonna share. So they need the same as small communities with 1 or 2 floors, and then, with time they're gonna start moving, right? But they need the same, okay? All right? So basically is that's how we're going to do. So I repeat, that floor, the kitchen floor that ends with 5, gonna have all those things. Their food, their fresh food they're gonna bring from their gardens, their grains in a locked pantry. So one of the rooms of this apartment is gonna be the pantry. One gonna be the hydration drink. People bring in a basket, put them back, lock again, done. Because then how many families you're in charge, how many people, how much food you have. You have your own. Okay, and the people that you're dealing with, right? Okay, so basically it's that. And those apartments, you're going to combine 2 living rooms so you can have a meeting room right there, because some cities is one building after another. So how going to start to demolish them? So you have maybe 2, demolish the third. Then you have 2, demolish the third. That's how going to happen in places that have, some cities are huge. And that's what they have. They have buildings and buildings one beside the other. So that, I think, is the most sustainable. Have 2 or have, let's keep like that. 2, demolish the third. 2, demolish the third. Okay? And of course, if they have restaurants, they have places like that, easy, demolish so we can plant food for those people. But we keep the tall buildings because people are already in smaller apartments because, we have 8 billion people. So will be an average of 1 billion families in our planet for us to take care, for them to have all these things: water, food, shelter, good health, peace, love, education. All right? Peace and love and education. Schools. All right? So that's how we're going to do. So they will start business, almost commercial, everything. Every place that sell construction items, you can already close down. Sell, don't buy anymore and close down, demolish, plant trees on the top and done. Because you'll be forbidden to remodel anything. Some people, that's what they do over and over and over. Rich people, they're not happy with anything they have. And they keep hiring, and other people work for them their whole lives. Okay, so basically it's that. All right? So just do the best you can. Be in charge of what's under your name. Be responsible. Start having this book. Start writing everything on Google Doc and print. Write on Google Doc and print. So for example, every Saturday or every Friday, one day of the week, every Tuesday or Thursday, you go to that printer that's available, close to your house or close to your work location, and you print, those things you're gonna need, and then you can have a binder, so you can put everything in it. Don't trust only online service, because sometimes you go there, they mail, and then you lost everything. Happened with me quite a few times. You lost everything. So just have your notebook, have your family meetings every day, 20 minutes after dinner. You have to eat dinner till 6. No, I said 6:40, right? 6:45. So the people, have their own residential community, so people can go home and take showers. The other people can clean up that kitchen. So that's how we're gonna do, okay? So let me explain quickly in a few words how we are going to do kitchen areas and pantries for every sky riser, being hotel or being residential community. Okay, if they have their own kitchen, they're just not going to use. They're going to use this group kitchen, okay, for those families right there. If they have their own kitchen, they will be continue drinking water or grow sprouts, right, at their kitchen. But they're not going to eat anything, not even snacks or nuts or candies, nothing at their own kitchens. We're going to have kitchens for that group of families, a few families. Hi, my friends. How are you doing? Really great? All right. Okay. So let me tell you something. I'm going to post more updates on how families from sky risers gonna live, gonna improve, or the people that the owners gonna receive new families that they have to be already up to date and married with children, grandchildren, so they can be accepted at those locations. All right? Okay. So we really appreciate your attention. We really appreciate your time. If you have 20 minutes a day, 2 hours a day, or the whole day, just to share for these few weeks, right, with other people, so other families of all countries will know. All right? Okay? So let's share, let's talk to people. So if you're a teacher of college, university, please talk to your students. If you teach or principal from regular schools, right, from 0 to high school students, invite the parents, talk to them, start these food gardens, because those things are very important for everyone. food and proper education, right? Outside learning games, because this is the most basic for everyone. So please share, please volunteer, talk to others, and start your gardens, because for us to have our own food, that's the most sustainable thing we can have. Instead of buying from far away, you don't know the chemicals they put on that food, even that they're called organic. All right? Okay, so let's do that. Start gardens at parks, start gardens in residential community, at schools, at the lands that are available by the beach. Always, always, for everything you're gonna do, move to a place that is located up to 200 kilometers from the beach. Okay? And help us to plant all this food we need, and also millions, billions of trees every year, so they are 1 meter tall, and we're going to start covering all these deserts and have deserts village, or some cities are really already close by, so we can start really working, and plant a lot of things for us to have a better humanity and for us to have a better planet. So we really appreciate your presence, your participation. We see you soon. Take care. Be ready. Our international conference coming now in August 24th, 2023. And for us will be the year 1, because that's the best way. 23 is even, the year 1 is even, so we start everything new on January 1st, 2024. That for us will be the year 2, okay? All right, my friends, get ready and we'll see you soon.